Hey, congratulations on taking action to helping yourself feel better. Relief for Life is an internationally acclaimed system that's helped millions of people all around the world, just like you. Let's get started. Welcome to Relief for Life Level 1. I'm Ian Hart, and this is Coach Boyan. We're the creators of the Relief for Life system. Before we get started on the program, I want you to be in the starting position. We're going to use this position all throughout the entire program before each exercise. So go ahead and put your heels about a foot from your glutes. That's another term for your butt. Hands out to the side, palms firm against the floor. We're going to use this later on to engage your core throughout the movements. And go ahead and prop your head up with the ball. If you don't have our ball yet, you can use a pillow or a towel. Once you're in this position, we're ready to start the program. We're going to be doing 3 sets of 8 repetitions for each of the movements. The first movement is going to be the knee pull. So you're going to be starting in this position and pulling your right knee into your chest. We're going to do 8 repetitions on your right side and then switch to your left. So let's get started. We're bringing your right knee slow and controlled into your chest, activating the abs and extending the leg out by pushing through the heel and repeating the process. I want you to focus on feeling a stretch in your lower back as you pull the knee slowly and controlled into your chest and maintaining core strength throughout the entire movement. Again, focus on your breathing. Make sure you're breathing in as you pull the knee into the chest and exhale as you extend out. I want you to focus specifically on connecting your mind with these movements. We have 1 more rep. Go ahead and pull back a tiny bit further. Good, and relax. We're going to switch to the left side, same thing on each side. So pulling the knee in. Again, the mind should be 100% focused on the movement. I want you to think and visualize all the muscles that surround your pelvis, your hips, and your core. We want to visualize feeling a slight stretch in the lower back and engaging the abs. You might hear some cracking and popping all throughout the movement. That's totally fine. That's connective tissue, ligaments and tendons that we're activating that may have not been used in a while. This is a part of the process to getting relief. And switch sides. Second set on the right side. Now the second set, we're going to pull back a little bit further. I want you to visualize tilting your pelvis as you pull the knee into the chest. That's going to allow for activation of the muscles in your back as well as your core. So pull back a little bit more each time, focusing on your breathing. And again, connecting your mind through the movement. We got 3 more reps. Pull back a little bit further. Last one here. Great. And switch, second set on the left side. So being 100% present throughout this whole program, and specifically these movements, will allow you to engage muscle fibers that are activating the core, the pelvis, and the hips to allow you to get the results. If your mind is somewhere else and you're unfocused, you're going to get half the results, if any. So just think about the movements. Take time out specifically for yourself to focus on your body and reconnect with those muscles that may have weakened. And relax. Good. Go ahead and switch. Third set on the knee pull on the right-hand side. Pulling the knee into the chest. If you have tightness in your knees and ankles, you'll start to feel them loosen up. On the third set, we want to go a little bit further in the range of motion and progress each time. So go a little bit deeper, pull the knee back a little bit further. You might start to feel your quads during this movement. That's normal. That's totally fine, and you will actually get strength just from doing this movement in your legs. Last rep. Pull back a little bit further on this one. Slow and controlled. Good, and switch. Last set of 8 on the left-hand side. It's very important you go slow and controlled and that we really solidify these movements and that your brain is 100% connected. So if you start to feel shaky or jittery, slow yourself down, get that strong connection and good flowing through the movement. Pull back a little bit further each time. Each set we're progressing. So we're increasing the range of motion. We're activating the muscles just a little bit more. Last rep, pull back a little bit further. Great job. And relax. We're back in the starting position. We just finished the first exercise, the knee pull. Now we're moving on to the second exercise, the knee side dropout. So you're staying in the starting position, keeping this leg in this position. You're trying to keep that firm by using your core and then dropping it out to the side with your right leg. And we're focusing on feeling the inner thigh stretching. And then on the other side of the right leg, you're feeling your glute activate. And each time we want to push a little bit further. So visualize the inner thigh and your glutes throughout the movement. It's also important to note that we want to relax the upper body and make sure that your neck is feeling comfortable throughout these movements. One more rep, push a little bit further. Good, and switch. Same thing on this side. Now, you may feel muscular imbalance, and what a muscular imbalance is, opposing muscle groups might be stronger or weaker than the opposite side. So, you might feel tightness on your left, and you might feel looser on your right. That's totally fine. This program is going to align those muscular imbalances and take stress, unnecessary stress, off joints, ligaments, tendons, and your back. Push out a little bit further. Last one. Good, and switch. Second set on the right side. So this time I want you to push a little bit further. I want you to make sure that you're not bringing this knee with it, that it's staying stable in this position. And you can slightly roll onto your right glute as you do the movement. So you'll slightly tilt your body without twisting the pelvis, and you're just gently rolling onto that glute. So push a little bit further. Two more reps. Good, so push a little bit more. Good, feel a good stretch on the inner thigh. Last one. Great, and relax. Second set on the left side. Again, visualize your pelvis, your hips moving. We want to make sure you're moving from your hip and pushing the leg out so you activate the proper muscles. Again, you should be feeling this on the inner thigh and squeezing your glutes throughout the movement. Go slow, slow down a little bit, nice and controlled. We want a solid connection. If you think about your mind-body connection as the internet, this is going to be the last one. Good, push a little bit further. And switch. Third set on the right side. So if you think about your mind-body connection like the internet, we want you on strong 4G access, sending impulses straight to those muscles. We want to get rid of the dial-up connection that you might have had to those muscles. Push a little bit further. Each time, good breathing, consistent breathing, putting pressure down with the hands. You're doing a great job increasing the range of motion. Right now, you should be feeling your body loosening up. Last one, and push a little bit further. Great job. Go ahead and switch. Last set on the left side. As I mentioned, you may feel your hips loosening up. At this point, You should feel your inner thigh getting deeper range of motion. You should feel your hips loosening up. You might even feel a stretch across the back. Just from these two movements, you should feel the hips, the back, the abs, the pelvis all loosening up. We're building to the next exercise, and this is a very important part of the process. One more rep. Visualize and focus on the movement. That's a great job. We're on exercise number 3 now. The single frog leg. It's a progression of the first 2 movements we did. It's almost an attachment of the 2 movements, but in a variation. So again, you're starting in the starting position. We're going to start by bringing your knee into your chest, slow and controlled, and then you're going to circle around in a half circle or a semicircle. Again, feeling the same movements from exercise 1, pulling the knee into the chest. The only difference from exercise 2 is that you're continuing to pull as you circle around in this position. Again, visualize your hips, your pelvis, all the muscles that are connected so that you activate everything throughout the movement. Our goal here is reconnecting you with these muscles. Level 1, the important part of this level 1 is that we're going to reconnect your body, focus on form and technique, and build you up so you're stronger and you have better posture. Good, and relax. Okay, first set on the left side. Good, again, continue to breathe, relax your upper body, focus more on your core and your pelvis. So pulling the knee in, continue to pull and activate the abs as you open and rotate. So it's a circular motion. Think about that, circling around. We don't want to skip any steps here, so you're pulling back. Good, and circle and pushing out a little bit further. As you extend the leg, you're going to rotate the leg back into the neutral position and repeat. 2 more reps. Open. Last one. Pull back a little bit further. And relax. Second set on the right side. Pulling the knee back into the chest. Remember, hands firm down on the ground to engage your core. Abs are activated throughout the whole movement. Now, activation of the abs is very important. Many times we find that people with back pain have a total disconnect between their mind and activating the abs. So what we want to do is visualize as if I was going to press down on you to activate your abs. You're putting pressure out against my hand. Many times people get confused and think activating their abs is sucking in, when it's actually the opposite. Last rep, pull back a little bit further. Open up a little bit more, increasing that range of motion. Good, and switch. Second set on the left-hand side. Again, this movement, you might be feeling and hearing the most cracking and popping. Again, don't worry about that. That's totally normal. It's a part of the process. There's a lot of scar tissue and connective tissue in the hip socket that we're working out, and this is part of the process getting you to where we want you, which is feeling better and having more vitality, flexibility, mobility. Continue to breathe. Pull back a little bit further. Each time we're increasing the range of motion. And we're putting effort in each movement, connecting that mind with all the muscles. So breathe and focus. Last one. Good, and relax. Okay. Third set. On the right-hand side, pull back a little bit further. Good, tilt the pelvis back. Again, we're feeling the stretch as we pull the knee back into the chest. Breathing in, rotating the leg, breathe out. And again, slow and controlled. We want to create the pattern of perfect technique and form so it builds to the next level. You're doing a great job so far. Pull back a little bit further. 2 more reps. A little bit more range of motion each time. Nice and controlled. Again, you might be feeling your quads. The quads are right here. That's okay. Again, the benefits of this program are numerous and varied. All right, left-hand side, last set, 8 repetitions. Breathing. If at any time you feel like this is burning your legs or your abs too much, feel free to pause it at any time and just relax a little bit and then continue when you're ready. As you progress in this program, you'll notice strength in your hips, core, and abs so that your rest periods can get a little bit shorter, and then you can progress to the next level when you feel it's right. Pull back a little bit further. Good. Rotate. Remember, keeping this leg stable as well. It's not moving. You're activating that with your core. Last rep. Good, and relax. Great job. So that was exercise number 3, the single frog leg. Now we're going to move to exercise number 4, the double frog leg. It's similar to the single frog leg, except we're going to do a slight variation, and we're using both legs. Before we get into that movement, we're going to get in the starting position. I just want you to breathe and relax for 2 seconds. Okay, I'm going to explain how this is done. We're pulling both knees into the chest. It's very important that we're engaging the core, just like I explained before, throughout the whole movement. We're doing 8 reps of 3 sets. When we're done with the 8th rep, we're going to slowly drop the legs down. All right, let's get started. First rep, open it up, and then we're extending the legs straight up into the air. Think about the pelvis, pulling the knees into the chest so you're tilting the pelvis back. Good, just like that. So legs straight up into the air, abs tight the whole time. Good, breathing, relax your upper body and focus on your core. 3 more reps. You're doing a great job. 2 more. Last one, pull back a little bit further each time. Open up the knees, good, and slowly drop down. Great job. So we're going to rest in between. I want you to just relax, close your eyes, take deep belly breaths while we're resting. Now, at this point, you should start to feel warmth around your pelvis and back. You should feel your abs engaged. So now we're going to move on to the second set. Again, slow and controlled, pulling the knees into the chest, opening your legs up. I want you to visualize pushing your knees out as you open the knees and go straight up into the air. Remember, we're building to the next level. We're building the foundation right here on level 1. Good, open up. There we go, beautiful. Breathe. 3 more reps. 2 more. Pull back a little bit further. Last one. Pull, open up, and slowly drop down. It's the same thing. We're going to rest in between. Breathe. Belly breathing is very important. Just belly breathing can help relieve stress on your back. It's going to get more oxygen throughout the body, and that oxygen carries nutrients and allows for the recovery process to be faster. So let's focus on the breathing. Do 1 more breath, deep into the belly. All right, 3rd set, pulling the knees into the chest. You should be feeling the abs burning right now. Visualize the muscles. Really think about the pelvis. Hands firm down on the ground. Good, nice and slow and controlled movement. You might feel shaky. Just try to control the movement as best as you can. Breathe. Right now we're forcing you to activate those muscles that may have atrophied, which means they've gotten weaker due to lack of activation and use. Last rep. Great. And relax. Slowly drop them down. Again, I want you to just relax. Think about your back right now. You should start to feel warmth That's more blood flow getting there. Take a deep breath in. All right, great job. We're going to move on to the next exercise, which is the Chrysalis. So you're going to slowly roll onto your elbow. Good. Grab the strap. If you don't have the strap, that's okay. You can still do this movement just by grabbing your feet. You're going to put your feet through the hoops, right in the center of the strap. Okay, with this movement, this is the Chrysalis. This is exercise number 5. This is where part of the transformation occurs in the program. This is where there's decompression off the lower back, meaning that we're taking stress and pressure off some of the areas in the spine. So you're going to move forward from your lower back, pulling your forehead gently and slowly, very gently and slowly, towards your toes, keeping your elbows tucked in and pushing your forehead down, very slightly down and forward, I should say. You're going to hold for 10 to 12 seconds. Breathe. We're almost there. Good. And relax. Second set. Now in between, I just want you to relax completely. The second set, again, we're holding for 10 to 12 seconds. We're going a little bit further, and I want you to stretch in synchronization with your breathing. So you're going to breathe in, breathe out, and gently pull a little bit further. If you feel your inner thigh, that's okay. Try to ignore that somewhat and think about your lower back. Deep breaths and relax. Now, if you feel your inner thigh too much, that's okay. You can slightly move your feet forward until you start to feel the stress come off the inner thigh. Again, that's part of the muscular imbalance which we're trying to correct. So it's okay if you feel your inner thigh. In time, as that loosens up, we'll begin to access the back a little bit more. Sit up nice and straight again. Third set. Slow and controlled. Pulling yourself forward from the lower back. Push your forehead towards your toes. Stretching in synchronization with breathing. As you breathe out, pull slightly forward and hold and relax. All right, that was a great job. Go ahead and extend your legs forward. Keep the strap around your feet. Now we're going into exercise number 6, the seated jackknife. This exercise is extremely important, the details in the movement. We want to keep your legs and knees locked completely, ankles as close together as possible, sitting up nice and straight. You're going to reach for your toes. If you have the strap, that even better. You're going to wrap your hands around the strap and use this to assist you. You're moving forward from your lower back, and now you're pushing your forehead towards your knees very gently and slowly. Don't worry if you're not able to go this far. You may be all the way back here and feel extreme stretching in your hamstrings and your lower back. I feel you. I know what that feels like, and I've been there. That's okay. Good, and relax. That's a normal part of the process. The more you feel this one, the more you need it. I can assure you that. All right, deep breath. Okay, we're going to do the second set. Again, 12 to 10 seconds, sitting up nice and straight. Breathe. So stretching in synchronization with the movement. So deep breath in, breathe out, pull slightly forward, push your forehead down towards your knees locked. Try to ignore your hamstrings if they're screaming right now, and focus on your lower back. You're doing great. I know how this feels. Just hold it there. Breathe. Great job. And relax. Take a couple deep breaths. We're going to do the third one. I feel you. I know how this can feel all throughout your body. If you feel your hamstrings screaming, that's totally okay. That's exactly what we want. So just get through this last movement, and I'm sure that you're going to feel good. Sit up nice and straight. Good. And pull. Deep breaths. As you breathe out, pull a little bit further. Visualize your lower back. Breathe. We're almost there. Hold it. And relax. So we just finished exercise number 6, the seated jackknife. Go ahead and place the strap to your side. We're going to lay back into the starting position using slow and controlled movements, using your elbows. Remove the ball from the scene. Now I want you to focus right now on belly breathing and think about your lower back. If it feels warm, then you did a great job. That means there's blood flow, more nutrients, and oxygen to the injured area. All right, now we're going to move into exercise number 7, the bio crunch. We're going to place the arm out to the side, making sure the elbow stays down on the ground, the palm stays flat. You're going to bring your elbow slow and controlled to meet your knee right at midline, dropping the foot back down, the elbow back down, and repeat. We're doing 8 reps, 3 sets on each side. So I want you to focus and visualize using your abs. So tighten your abs and going slow and controlled. Again, we're reinforcing the proper movements and proper patterns and activating the core muscles that help support the spine. Breathe. Good. Squeezing the abs each time, slow and controlled movements. You're doing a great job. We're almost there. And relax. Good. Switch sides. And go. So left side, first set. Again, focusing on your abs. We're specifically focusing on your obliques. That's a part of your core musculature that we want to activate. This helps your spine specifically. So going slow and controlled movements. Try to bring your elbow to actually touch your knee. If you can't do that now, that's okay. We want to focus on that to progress to that level. Breathing, slow and controlled. Second set, and again, repeating. So right now you should be feeling your abs. If you're not feeling your abs, I want you to focus even more intently on activating the muscle fibers. It might take a few times of doing this program to actually activate your abs. That's what's called your neuromuscular system, and that's what we're activating throughout this program. Good. Breathing, squeezing the abs. We're almost there. Good. And switch. 1. Good. All the way up, squeezing the abs. 2. I want you to think about bringing your shoulder up more towards your knee than your knee towards your elbow. Squeeze and constantly breathing. Don't hold your breath. Many times people are focusing on their abs and they forget to breathe. That's a new pattern that we also want to learn. Breathe, good, and relax. Go ahead and switch. This is the third set. Right elbow to left knee. So now even more effort, more focus on the abs. You also might feel your back during this movement. That's great. That's exactly what we want. If you feel your neck during this movement, that's totally fine. That's just weakness and will go away the more times we do this program. You can gently hold your head throughout the movement, and that will help take pressure off the neck. Good, and relax. Last set. And go, squeezing the abs. Again, gently hold the neck if you're starting to feel it. Breathing. And again, bringing that shoulder up a little bit further. This position is in the perfect position for your spine to allow you to activate all the muscles that support the spine without compromising form or technique. Remember to keep that elbow and the hand down on the floor. Last rep, squeeze the abs. Good, and relax. Get in the starting position, relax, take a couple deep breaths. Now we're going to get into the next exercise, the last one, the chair pull. This is the one where we need to get up off the floor. I want you to slowly roll onto your elbow, keeping the back straight. Get on your right knee. Again, back straight. You're going to push through the heel to stand up. If you need support using a chair, go ahead and do it. Now we're going to get into exercise number 8, the chair pull. You're going to have a seat in a chair with your knees roughly at 90 degrees. You're going to grab in the center of the chair. You want to slide your body towards the edge of the chair, keeping a wide base with the feet. And you're going to pull straight up on the chair, at the same time pushing your butt down, and I want you to focus on the muscles right here. So spine in straight alignment, head straight, pulling at the same time and pushing down. You're going to hold it for 10 to 12 seconds and continue to breathe throughout the movement. Deep breaths, pulling, pushing, almost there. Hold it, breathe, and relax. All right, great job. Relax in between. This is the second set. Remember, don't hold your breath during the movement. Continue to breathe and visualize the muscles activated in your lower back. If you don't feel it on the first time, that's okay. I want you to continue to visualize the muscles, and as you practice, you will begin to feel it. Again, go ahead and pull up, pushing the butt down. So pushing the butt straight down, you're pulling straight up, and you visualize activation. Right now, he's activating these muscles. Hold it, breathe, continue, almost there, and relax. All right, great job. Should be feeling that now. And again, if you don't, that's okay. Let's give it another shot. So repetition number 3, again, 10 to 12 seconds, pulling straight up, pushing your butt down, putting a little bit more effort into it, shoulders back, neck straight, pulling, breathing, pushing down with the heels, almost there, and relax. Great job. We just finished exercise number 8 in the Relief for Life system. You did an amazing job just getting through it. I'm Ian Hart. This is Coach Boyan, and we're excited to see you at level 2.